Hi, third grade, and welcome to our lesson number 3, which is going to be on the song Down by the Bay. Please make sure that you have your harmonicas with you, and then don't open the case just yet. We want to review first. In our last music time, we were learning more about the draw and the blow. Again, the draw means that air is coming in through the harmonica, and then blow is you're breathing out. So draw like in, like a straw, and then blow out. So remember the numbers. So if a number, like for example, if number 4 is there, you just blow through that one hole. You're not blowing through all of them, just hole number 4. Then if there's a negative number, and then sometimes you'll see a circle around it or not, but as long as you see that negative or -4, then that means your draw, you're breathing in through that hole number 4. Last time we also looked at the C major scale. So your last assignment was to play for me the C major scale on our music flip grid. And one thing I noticed is that we want to make sure that we're, again, playing through just the numbered hole. So if it says hole 4, then it's just hole 4. It's not all the others. So then remember, if the C major scale, you start on hole 4, you would blow through 4, you draw through 4, you blow through 5, draw through 5, blow through 6, draw through 6, then on hole 7 it switches the pattern, and now you're drawing through 7 and blowing through 7. Go ahead and make sure your harmonica is now out, and let's play that together. So starting with 4, and again you're blowing air through it first. Ready, go. And again, it may not sound perfect to get that individual sound. Sometimes I'll have students play it and they're just making sure that that numbered hole is in the center of their mouth, and it may sound like this. That is okay as well. Just make sure that you're not just going. That is not a C major scale. That's super sloppy. So you want to take your time and make sure, again, you're only using those center 4 holes. You got it. Now, in today's lesson, we're going to add our harmonica to a book that I'm going to read for you. The book's name is called Down by the Bay, and at the end of each verse, you're going to play this pattern on your harmonica. You're going to blow through 5 twice, you'll draw through 4, and then you'll blow through 4. So it should sound like this. 5, 5, 4, 4, blow, blow, draw, blow, down by the bay. Okay, so that's that part of the song. If you're familiar with this book, awesome. If not, no worries, because I'll read it to you. So when you look at the sheet music to Down by the Bay, you notice that we have the colored pitches on the staff. And so you have the E, E, D, C. So back in 2nd grade, we would color it, and we learned that D was that new pitch that we learned in 2nd grade. So now we're applying that to the harmonica. So when you play that 5, you're playing the pitch E. When you're playing the draw 4, that's the pitch D. And then when you blow through 4, that's the pitch C. The rhythm of this pattern is a little different. So notice we have ta-dee, ta-dee, ta. We have that half note at the end. But we have something new. It's called a tie. Where that arrow is pointing to this little, sometimes students will be like, oh, it looks like a smiley face. Yeah, it kind of does. What a tie does is it takes the 2 notes of the same pitch, so the same color, and they're now connected. You now only need to play it as a single note. So when you play it, you would go ta-dee, dee, ta. Notice I did not say this ta because it's silent. It's still being played through because it's connected, but I'm not going to actually articulate that ta. So again, I'd go ta-dee, dee, ta. That's the rhythm. Then we add the harmonica numbers into it. Again, remember, the regular number without a minus sign is just blowing through, and then numbers that have the negative sign is your draw. So now, instead of saying ta, dee, dee, ta, let's say the numbers. So we'll go 5, 5, 4, 4. Try that with me. Ready, go. 5, 5, 4, 4. Now, let's try it with our harmonica. So you're going to find the whole 5, and you're doing that blow, blow, draw, blow. Do it again with me, starting in hole 5. Ready, go. And again, notice I'm getting that individual sound by doing that U with my tongue to block those holes. Again, if you need a pause right here and try it really slow, I think that's a good idea before we move on to our story. So again, all we're going to be doing is that. So now we're going to sing Down by the Bay. As we sing this book, I am going to ask you to, when it gets to the part that goes down by the bay, we're actually all together going to play the. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started and join me. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a goose kissing a moose? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a whale with a polka dot tail? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a fly wearing a tie? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a bear combing his hair? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see llamas eating their pajamas? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see an apple wearing a bapple? Did you ever see an orange eating a blouse? Did you ever have a time when you couldn't make a rhyme? Now on to your off-site assignments. Please go to your music Flipgrid, and you're going to go to lesson number 3 in the Flipgrid. In that lesson, you're now going to record yourself saying a rhyme. So I'm going to, for example, have you ever seen a blank wearing a blank? So you want to find 2 words that rhyme together and would make sense in the sentence. So for example, I might use the word bat and hat. Then after I would say that rhyme, I would then follow it by the harmonica part. So doing that down by the bay with the holes 5, 5, draw 4, then blow through 4. So for example, I would go, have you ever seen a bat wearing a hat? Notice I did speak it, I didn't sing it, but you could sing it. Have you ever seen a bat wearing a hat? So now in your Flipgrid, go ahead and record a rhyme. Please do not copy the rhyme that I just gave you. So you want to find something different, one that is not used in the book, and one that I did not give you. Okay, go for it. I can't wait to see what you come up with.